Hello everyone, welcome to Grapple Beam Gaming, and today we're going to be building a roster from the ground up for the next Marvel vs. Capcom game that is not announced yet, but inevitably this series brings in like a lot of money, you know?
It's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen. We actually are making this as a somewhat precursor to our video dropping tomorrow. That's a big video we've been working on for a long time, so make sure you check that out. That's going to be top 10 entirely new characters coming to the series, so who's never been in any of the games or crossovers, X-Men, Street Fighter, 100% new characters. But in this video, we figured we'd go through and build from the ground up.
Yeah. Who's
going to be here? The mainstays, the obvious characters. And we even decided to throw some curveballs in here that other people did. It's kind of hard because we ended up taking out some characters in this list that kind of hurt me. I'm like, oh, this character is so cool. But we wanted to be realistic in how many characters we were adding to the list. We had to kind of cut down on some characters, and so that is not just the same rosters over and over again. We got some very old characters, some nostalgic characters. So it's a good mixture. Some characters who should know each other, who haven't had a chance to meet each other, it's going to be on this list. So it's going to be a pretty nice mix. We try to diversify the list a little bit.
Yeah, and again, to like kind of reiterate, these are going to be returning characters. So characters from Marvel vs. Capcom 1, 2, 3, Infinite, not calling it 4. No, we're not going to call it 4. No one wants it to be called. It's Infinite.
That game shouldn't have existed necessarily, but they did give us some good ones, and maybe we'll see some of that here. But it was that that game. I don't even know if I want to talk about that game too much. We are playing it on the channel right now, though. If you were interested in the story mode of that game, it's a tragedy, but we're having fun with it. So make sure to check that on the channel now. So I'm Spacer Breeze.
I'm Shoto Ice.
I will be going over the Capcom side, and Shoto Ice, you'll be taking care of the Marvel characters. So we both agreed on the characters who are on this list. We're just going to be convincing you guys, honestly.
Wait a minute. You gotta tell them to subscribe.
Oh, yes.
Guys.
If you guys do enjoy this video, then make sure you do subscribe. Anytime we tell you guys to subscribe, you guys help us out. And you're helping us win the war against the algorithm right before our eyes, and it helps us out a whole lot. Also, dropping a like on the video also really does help us out, and we really do appreciate our support.
Thank you guys.
We said that in the Marvel vs. Capcom Let's Play video, and you guys showed up and you guys showed out. So we really legitimately do appreciate that.
Thank you guys so much. We actually have been getting more subscribers, so just thank you guys for liking these videos, subscribing after watching them, and sharing it with your friends, and all these things really do help us grow to make more content for you guys. So it's really encouraging. Thank you guys so much. We couldn't do it without you. Let's get into this.
Yeah. So you're gonna be presenting Marvel. I'll present Capcom. I think we could start off here on the Capcom side of things because there's a couple characters here who obviously are gonna be in there. So we're gonna start off with our number one character, poster boy of all fighting games, Ryu, Street Fighter. There's no way he's not going to be in here.
He has to be.
Probably even the Street Fighter 6 iteration of him, hopefully, because I think that would be a way how to kind of sell the game. It's a very new, recent version of the character, and a lot of people, if you spend any time online, a lot of people really do like that version of Ryu.
I 100% agree. I like that version of Ryu, really. I feel like that would be a good way to differentiate this version of Marvel vs. Capcom, because all the other iterations been the old version. So having the new Street Fighter 6 version would be like, oh, I remember this. This is after Street Fighter 6, because that's like the era that
we can even for the viewers, you can even just picture that for a lot of the characters on this list have their newest iterations, or like maybe they'll be a little bit inspired by the MCU in some ways, or something like that. That could also
like
be
some characters that are on the Capcom side that will look a little bit older because of the older iteration of them for all of them.
Yeah.
Or if they wanted to get creative, would be like if we had costumes. So
I'm assuming
over you know.
A lot of the magazines actually in the video games, especially for Capcom games, go to the costumes.
Nostalgia.
I 100% think they should do that, and I would actually be very happy if they did.
But default should be Street Fighter 6.
Yeah, default Ryu, Street Fighter 6, Gi open and everything. It's a really good look for him, and I think a lot of people, out of all the characters that they adapted, between him and a couple others, that feels the most like, oh yeah, this would be what Ryu would be doing at this age.
It's a perfect fit.
Would you like to present our first Marvel character?
Oh, it's my turn. Okay.
Yes.
So number one is another no-brainer, Iron Man.
Yeah,
Iron Man, guys.
The face of the MCU, basically.
Yeah, and I feel like Iron Man is just, personal favorite character. He's super cool, super smart, And gameplay wise, I play a lot of Iron Man in Marvel's Capcom games because he's a very, I guess, fun character to play. I like his personality. He should be in every Marvel's Capcom game.
Yeah, he's never failed. He's always been like the cool character, even back before knowing who he was.
Yeah,
you know, people playing the game back then would even just like the character, just
he's a robot.
off of that one appearance. Yeah, it's like he could be a robot, sure.
Yeah,
he's a robot, and he's a cool robot. He's cool for what he is. And knowing like now that like having like a lot of time with the character and like the MCU and throughout the new comics and everything like that, it's a ball. There's going to be about 40 characters on this list. He definitely deserves a slot. You know, he's one of the poster boys. He's on every lunchbox that you see in the store. So if you can walk around Target and not see him, then that's the thing. So back on the Capcom side,
what do you have?
If you spent any time on this channel of Grapple Beam Gaming, you'll know that my favorite character in any fighting game or any video game is Chun-Li. So 100% Chun-Li. Yeah, Chun-Li has to be here. There's no way else she's not going to be on Marvel's Capcom. Yeah. She's had a really good record of being in all the games, so that's really good.
She actually was missing out of, I believe, the first one.
Oh man, yeah. So let's not do that again. I think that from now on, she's a mainstay. She's like one of the most popular female characters also, which is really cool since she has that legacy to her. And you know, there's a couple like Marvel characters who also have that legacy of being like, you know, the top female character. So she kind of plays well off of a lot of different characters. Also, she used to be a police officer, so she has like that very strong sense of justice with her whole encounter with M. Bison. If you know her story mode and everything, she's very justice oriented. Where Ryu is a little bit more, he's still a hero, but I would say that Chun-Li's a little more heroic. So in a story mode, potentially, I would very much like to see Chun-Li play a role in there. Yeah. So she's 100% at the top of my list.
Just to touch on Chun-Li, she is iconic. She is like the second face of Capcom. Ryu, Chun-Li. Like usually it's Ryu and Ken, but it's Ryu and Chun-Li really.
Yeah, I would say that. Yeah. So we have other characters from Street Fighter on this list, but unfortunately Ken didn't make it.
Yeah. So I'm a big Ken fan.
Yeah, we want to put too many Street Fighters in here. Yeah. But Chun-Li, I think, kind of represents the series very well, especially playing well off of Ryu. The ties that she has to different characters she's very impactful in the series.
Oh yeah, she's definitely like. She needs to be in every Street Fighter game and every Marvel's Capcom game.
Yeah.
Like hands down. So I guess I'm next.
Oh yeah.
And this is another kind of no-brainer. Not Wolverine. Captain America.
Okay.
Captain
there you
America. Go. He is awesome. I feel like his portrayal in the MCU has been really well, and I feel like him in Marvel's Capcom is also really interesting. He's almost more akin to the cartoons.
Yeah, he feels a lot like the Amazing Spider-Man cartoons and things like that, like thumbs up soldier. I really like how he is in that game, and he's like almost like cartoonishly patriotic in a way. So I was like, okay, I like this style.
I'm a real big fan of how he plays in the game too. Like it's a no-brainer. Captain America needs to be in this game.
Yeah, he would definitely be there. Yeah, he should. There's no universe where he doesn't make it in.
Yeah.
Do you want to head over to Capcom side? On Capcom, the next character we have is going to be Mega Man. So to specify, it's obvious Mega Man would be up here, but we had to basically see which Mega Man would be the best for this. Because we haven't seen him in a long time in Marvel's Capcom, I want Mega Man from Mega Man 2, from Mega Man, the classic.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, the classic Mega Man. I see him more on merchandise. He's the one who's in Super Smash Brothers. So if you recognize a character, it might be that one, especially if you're bringing in new fans. Which Capcom's been doing a lot of with like Street Fighter and everything. They're bringing in new fans, and everyone knows that version of Mega Man. But everyone doesn't necessarily know Mega Man X as well. Yeah, I wouldn't say at least.
I would say Mega Man from the original series is probably the best pick because he is more iconic.
Yeah, he's like undoubtedly like
like if our dad knows about Mega Man.
Yeah, exactly. I remember like even from my childhood, just like going through and like drawing sketches of Mega Man. Just really? Perfect design. I even did that. Fun fact, I actually did that like yesterday. Also, it's really like it's a fun character to draw, fun character to play. I'm actually meeting him in Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Right there. In the background right now. Ever since we played him on our episode, and that's why I was like, oh, he's actually good. Yeah. Like I always play characters who I recognize, but I was like, oh, he's good. I like him. I like this version of Mega Man a little bit.
Does he play differently than he does in Smash?
He plays a lot better. I'm not gonna lie. I made Mega Man. Yeah, well, I made him back in like Smash 4, and then Smash Ultimate introduced a lot of new characters, so I kind of like went away from him and started playing some other characters like Simon Belmont and stuff like that. But kind of rediscovering the character in a different playstyle, he definitely needs to be in Marvel vs. Capcom.
Yeah.
So he should be. He should return.
I definitely agree with that pick. Again, Mega Man. The classic Mega Man is one I think of. I do like the Mega Man X series. I played more Mega Man X personally. I'm not sure if anyone else did, but I'm more of a Mega Man X series guy. But Mega Man 2 is definitely like that one.
His games are harder too. So if you guys like, honestly, if you guys feel differently about it in the comments, let us know. It's 100% like interchangeable with each other, to be honest. So yeah, I think we can move on.
Mega Man 2 is a good one.
Yeah, Mega Man's you know, you can't Iron Man without Mega Man. So
yeah, the robots.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna get into the next one, and this one is a good one. Wolverine.
Wolverine's a no-brainer. 100%. Wolverine's gonna be there.
The first X-Men on this list, and in this dream scenario, I feel like Marvel is they obtained the Fox characters back. So I'm putting X-Men on this list because come on, guys.
Yeah, this is assuming that all the legal stuff is 100% over. I mean, I think like now they're even doing stuff in the MCU with X-Men, and they're supposed to be introducing more characters, all that kind of stuff. Awesome. 100%. You know, all the legal stuff's done. We have access to all Marvel, all Capcom. Wolverine's there.
Wolverine is the X-Man. He is the number one, like, period. Like, if you think of X-Men, you're gonna think of Wolverine.
Well, I don't know. I mean, Cyclops is also kind of like the leader.
He's a leader, but
I guess more people know him.
Wolverine is the X-Men.
Yeah, we have like, Mario behind us right now. Like, if you watch the podcast, we have Mario wearing a Wolverine helmet. Even he's a really likable of a character.
Yeah, he's iconic. So
yeah,
that
makes sense.
Definitely, there's not much to say about that.
Yeah. So then, our next character. Our Darkstalker main character. Of course, we had to put Morgan on the list. She's made it to being a mainstay character without having like her own 3D game appearances. Yeah. She's been in only 2D games and only like blocky. Like playing Marvel vs. Capcom 2 on the channel. I was like, wow,
goodness. She's looking rough around the edges. Literally.
Yeah, literally rough around the edges. She looks like a giant pixel. So
yeah.
Again, let's bring her back. Not much more to say. She's from a fighting game, so you already know how she'll play. She's been in the game series before, so
yeah. I feel like every time I say this, it's gonna happen. But I feel like maybe if they put her in another Marvel vs. Capcom game, they'll put her in, like they'll make a new one.
You said that before. It's never happening.
They still won't do it, so it's okay. But
we'll see how well that ages. But I'm saying it. I'm calling it now. We're never gonna get another Darkstalker.
Yeah, I think Capcom just forgot about it.
Yeah,
they're done.
Yeah,
but
I don't know why, but they are.
Marvel Capcom is her game. I feel like that's kind of
that's the only time you see her. I feel like it's like that distant like family member who's like, oh, you only see them on holidays. That's basically Morgan.
That's basically Morgan and her characters, because they got Felicia, Jetta.
No, yeah.
The reject.
You're going to do character. I cannot stand Jetta. I hate Jetta. Yeah. Everyone loves him, but I just can't stand him. Oh,
yeah, you really.
There's something about that man.
He does look like Frieza's cousin.
He looked like Frieza. He looked like Cooler from Dragon Ball.
A less cooler.
A less cooler. It's a long walk, but we got
there, guys.
But yeah, he's never making it onto the list. Yeah. We got Morgan instead, so we can move on to our Marvel character, so I don't have to talk about Jetta anymore.
Okay, here's a personal favorite, Spider-Man.
Oh,
guys,
yeah, 100%. No-brainer character.
Be in every Marvel vs. Capcom game. Period.
100%.
What this is? Again, there's not much need to be said. Last time I looked it up, he's the #1 superhero in the world. Yeah. Like the world, everyone knows about him. He's my personal favorite superhero of all time. I may have mentioned that before, but if you didn't hear it, best favorite superhero ever. Point blank, awesome character. I like how he plays in Marvel vs. Capcom. He's a Shoto in Marvel vs. Capcom. What more could you want from a Spider-Man? Like, it's perfect.
I think that you like Spider-Man as much as I like Chun-Li, kind of as far as like playstyle and character.
Oh yeah.
So like he was definitely, if you know Shoto, then you know he's gonna be in the list.
Yeah, Spider-Man's awesome.
100%.
Yeah. Do you have anything else to say about Spider-Man?
I like him. Add some costumes for him.
True.
You know, we might have like a villain from
Dude, they had Scarlet Spider costume in the Marvel's Capcom 3.
He has
I want
like
that to return.
Since Spider-Man's a really loved character, then like there's so much they could do with his character, man. Like there's so much they could.
The costumes.
This new costume wise, or like black suit Spider-Man stuff that they usually do. Symbiote, yeah.
Even like an MCU version costume.
Iron Spider from the MCU. That was a really cool costume.
Come on, guys.
The MCU's been making a lot of money, so it's like. I remember back in like Marvel's Capcom 3 Ultimate Edition, then they had like the Iron Spider costume, but now they probably just based off the MCU with the giant spider on the chest and everything. Yeah, that's Spider-Man's a no-brainer. He's everyone's fan favorite. If you guys like Spider-Man, type Spider-Man in the chat, and then
it better be all you guys.
Yeah, it's gonna be like
Spider-Man
all the comments now. It's just gonna be Spider-Man.
Yeah,
the people spamming Spider-Man. Awesome. I don't think anyone hates him.
All right, what you got?
Another fan favorite character, but on the different side of things than Capcom, Dante from DMC.
Bro,
he's making it.
He has to.
Everyone loves him. He also since the last game, he's had a new game come out, so he'd probably have again like I guess the Capcom characters age a lot more. So.
Because he got like old, right?
Yeah, he's like older. He has like a little like 5 o'clock shadow and things like that. But
like
he also has a lot of new weapons, a lot of new tricks, like a chainsaw sword that he uses like a motorcycle, which sounds as crazy as it looks. So there's a lot that they could honestly update his stuff on. Ryu and stuff, they might do a little bit of Street Fighter 6 stuff. Yeah. But Dante has some moves. So.
And if my memory like served me correctly, Dante had the most moves in Marvel's Capcom. Like he has like pages of attacks. Yeah. So
annoying to fight against.
Yeah.
A very frustrating character for me to fight against also. So I part of me didn't want to put him on this list because I've lost tournaments due to his existence. So
yikes.
There you go, DMC fans. I got you. So we can move on to another character.
Yeah, that's an easy one.
Love-hate relationship.
Oh, dude. Iron Fist.
Yeah, so this one might be a little more surprising.
He only had one Marvel's Capcom appearance.
Yeah.
But I really like Iron Fist as a character. And he is a really cool, like, martial arts fighting style that's not necessarily a Shoto. Like, he doesn't throw fireballs or do spin kicks, but he has nice martial arts attacks. And I really like that. And I really like him in the comics. He was also, again, in the Spider-Man cartoon that I used to watch growing up on Disney Channel.
How about that TV show?
Yeah.
The live action show.
See?
But he's still relevant.
But he's still relevant.
Yeah, he's still relevant. And maybe they'll do more stuff with him after, like, I guess Disney and Marvel kind of have a way how they'll push a character. They'll go from not doing anything with a character for a long time. And then they'll start appearing in a bunch of stuff. So they're saying now they're going to start putting him in the MCU. So now he's gonna appear in a bunch of games, and like a game that a lot of people I guess might not know about, or a lot of people probably do, is Marvel Ultimate Alliance Black Order. That game, Iron Fist was a pretty big character in that game,
and they actually get him really well.
Yeah, it's the same like design, and a lot of Marvel versus Capcom voice actors were in that game also. Yeah. So I think enough people know him or remember him from Marvel vs. Capcom that he might have enough clout to come back.
Yeah,
I think that is a good choice, especially with other characters like Ryu and stuff. I think
that'd be a good match.
He deserves a spot.
Yeah,
100%.
It's your turn.
Oh yeah, okay. So this is one that absolutely no one's gonna disagree with. Jill Valentine, but not the Jill Valentine from the last game. We're gonna go Jill Valentine from Marvel's Capcom 2. Nice. I'm a member of Stars version.
I'm a member of Stars.
Yeah, I hate that voice like that. I hear it a lot now. So Marvel's Capcom 2 version of her. She's not crazy. She's a hero, not a villain with like her like the hole in her chest and everything like that.
Her.
Yeah. I feel like that's hopefully not a controversial opinion because I think I like that version of her more.
Yeah.
She feels less like Jill Valentine and more like a generic nemesis. Not nemesis, like a bad guy. Yeah. I just like her being more, how she is throughout most of the game.
Yeah. Jill is actually one of my mains. So I have like a team of people that I play in Marvel's Capcom 2 because they're either fun or I like them, and she's really fun to play in that game. So Jill, I would definitely love to see the Marvel's Capcom 2 version of her in there, so I have to learn a new playstyle.
Yeah, new graphics. She'll actually look like Jill now.
Yeah.
Like it's interesting because we haven't really seen her in like that heroic mode. I don't know how else to say it. We haven't seen her be a hero in HD. We only seen her be a hero when she was like back in like 8-bit graphics or
Marvel Capcom 2.
Yeah, MVC 2 is
I'm not overly fond of the one that we got in part 3. I think that's from RE5? Six?
I wouldn't
don't
even
know.
Yeah, I was like, we don't even play the games, but we know enough about the character to like, oh, you were very respected.
Yeah.
So I can't even get like too like I can't name which one, but yeah.
Like one of those. But I like the Marvel vs. Capcom 2 version.
But Nemesis is pretty cool.
Yes, that's
so we gotta check her off the list and head over to the Marvel side of things. I don't know what character is up next.
Oh, it's the Hulk. So
oh yes, that does make sense.
Yeah, in the next Marvel
that does make
game.
sense.
He is extremely popular. He's extremely cool. I enjoy playing as him. He's green. Green's my color. There you go.
Yeah, there you go. Staying on brand.
Staying on brand.
Show the is staying on brand.
It's that simple. That and he is very iconic. Like the Hulk is a character that will probably be around for the next 10 years or 50 years.
Okay, I was say, like
50 years. He's
our grandfathers introduced us to the character as like when we were like 5. Like, I have all these comic books. Look at this, and they're like, oh, okay, Hulk. Yeah, Hulk. I actually grown to like Hulk over the years, especially in like Marvel vs. Capcom. Even though I do prefer like the smaller characters who could kind of like get in there and do a lot of punishing. Hulk is okay. I like him.
Yeah, I prefer
some big characters in there.
I prefer the Hulk playstyle over the like Thor. Thor is like very.
And that's that's one of the things that we had to do while making this list. We were going through like some of those essential Marvel characters that kind of hurt to have to cut out, but Thor. Sorry, but he actually got the boot in this list because, and it might not be as surprising to some of you guys if you guys play Marvel vs. Capcom. He's just not very fun to play, and his personality makes him kind of boring.
Yeah, exactly.
He's just kind of boring. Everything about him is kind of generic. There's other people who do similar moves but cooler. Yeah. So he got the boot.
The bruiser in this one is not going to be Thor. It's going to be Hulk.
It's going to be Hulk. Yeah,
Hulk is strongest there is.
Hulk. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Maybe they could do some cool stuff with like, maybe if you beat him up or like you could beat him into Bruce Banner for him where he does like 1% damage. I don't know. That'd be probably a bad idea. But
what is it? In the I know it's like in Marvel Capcom 1 or 2, he actually like after he loses through time out, he shrinks back down to his banner.
Oh yeah, see there you go.
So I would love for that to just be his KO animation. Like oh, and then he like
you
shrinks
see
back
Mark Ruffalo in there with Ryu or something.
You know that, bro.
That'd be crazy. That's a very good pick. So from one RE character to another, Mr. Redfield, the man Chris.
He's actually really fun to play. He's like shoot 'em character.
He plays like how I imagine the Punisher would play.
Yeah,
with grenades, guns, and just going crazy. He also, again, still very relevant. Not only did he have a crazy legacy in the old games, but even appearing, spoiler, in newer titles as well. I'll say it like that.
Yeah,
you know, games are out right now, but like he appears in later parts of games. He's 100% going to be there.
Yeah, like I feel like he's been in forever. I feel like he's a solid Marvel vs. Capcom character. They have no reason to drop him. I can't think of a reason why they would drop him unless they replace him with another lead. Yeah. But he's the main, in my opinion, he might be the main character. So
I would think so. Slightly over Jill. Slightly. Do you think they know each other? Do they know each other? Leave in the comments.
Leave in the comments that they know each other.
Yeah.
Spoiler, they know each other.
They do?
They are in the first game together.
Oh, I actually did know that.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, I researched this.
Yeah.
I went through this whole.
They definitely know each other.
Yeah. So that'd be cool.
Reunion.
Reunion. And if you're wondering why there aren't more characters from there up there, more RE characters, then just stay tuned for tomorrow's video. Again, some of these characters are gonna have like a small amount on, like, oh, why, how come there's no more characters from this series? Come back tomorrow and you won't be disappointed. There's gonna be a lot of characters in that video that are gonna be like, whoa! And we threw some characters in there. Not gonna lie, we threw some characters in there who were like far out there. Who was like, wait,
what?
Who? It's either gonna be like, for someone, it's gonna be like, who are you? Someone else, it's gonna be like, no one ever talks about this character.
Yeah, hopefully it's that.
Yeah, right now on our list, we're still at the pretty, like Chris Redfield and Jill Valentine. We're still at the pretty, like, oh, okay, I know you. Honestly, my next character is gonna be pretty far out there. But I want to go into one of your characters from Marvel.
Oh my gosh. My next character is a Black Panther.
Oh, okay. We could gush. Okay.
He is so cool. I love him in the movies. I knew him in the video games and cartoons.
He's like, you know him personally.
I know him.
He's not real.
I know him. But seriously,
yeah, 100%.
I felt like a nerd when they revealed him in like the movies, and I was like, I know that guy.
Yeah, everyone was like, oh, it's like
Batman?
Marvel Batman.
Yeah.
I was like, now he's a whole other, entirely different character.
I was like, so let me do it. But yeah, I bet I'll pull Ms. Marvel and just be like, okay, you're this character. I go full Villani on him.
Go nerd out.
Yeah. Black Panther is awesome, and it only makes sense for him to be in a fighting game because he is an actual martial artist.
Yeah.
That's something that people don't understand, is that he is a martial artist. He has a lot of training with a lot of different weapons too. Like,
yeah, a lot of like traditional African weapons and things like that.
That's my only complaint with the iteration that we got in Marvel vs. Capcom, where he only fights with claws. When he does have spears, daggers, knives. In Death Battle, that's a really good version of him, because in Death Battle, he had spears and swords, and he's him.
Yeah, I think a lot of people have knowledge of him primarily from the MCU, so I don't blame you for not knowing that he's like supposed to be like a martial artist similar to like Ryu. Cause they don't really explain that or explore that too much in the movie, but he's like, he knows like, I want to say like 50 different styles of martial arts. It's something crazy. He's like, he really is, to go full circle, he is Marvel Batman. As far as combat training, he's Batman with claws.
He needs to be in that Marvel Capcom game.
Yeah, definitely needs to be Marvel vs. Capcom. He's in there 100%.
Yeah, and let's see what's next for you.
Oh yeah, so we're going out there, guys. Stay with me. We're going out there.
Oh no.
BB Hood. This was my pick.
I can see that.
Okay, good. I was like, I don't know how people are gonna react to that, but BB Hood should actually be in there because one, you want to play into that nostalgia. Two, she's actually a pretty cool character.
She is like, very weird.
Yeah, very far. Yeah, she's like weird in a good way, in a way where it's like, I want to see other characters react to her. I want to see her moves in HD. I want to see her go like, I want to see them go like further down into it. Like they can even go like full-fledged like Grand Blue Fantasy.
Yeah,
like
Cagliostro. Yeah, like how she's like,
if you know who Cagliostro is from Grand Blue Fantasy.
Yeah.
It's the same situation where it's like, oh, you're nice and innocent, and then like all the victories or the supers, your eyes are like glowing red. And, like, it kind of gives you the same kind of thing.
Her intro splash thing is her. I didn't know until I blew up on the TV, but she's like literally like reaching inside her little picnic basket, grabbing a gun. Like,
that's the thing. It's actually not a picnic basket. It's a gun. Like if you look at it actually, if you look at BB Hood, there's nothing in there. It's like a bunch of guns, and then the entire basket is the giant gun. So when she flaps it up, then it actually has like a thing that shoots like missiles out of it. So I was like, I was playing the character. I was like, oh, this is sick.
That's
that's also a second Darkstalker character also. So I was like, out of all the Darkstalker characters, you deserve it.
She's very unique.
Sorry, Jeddah.
Not sorry, Jeddah.
Not sorry, Jeddah.
Knock off Freezer.
Freezer.
Freezer. You belong in a freezer.
Yeah. Put that back on the rack.
Boom,
we're here
roasted.
for BB Hood. So that's a little curveball.
That's a little curveball.
But
that's a good one.
I think that's a good choice and one of my favorite characters from that series. Put her in. She's very bizarre.
Dude. Oh! Also on the list of bizarre characters, I have Deadpool.
Oh, well, guys, yeah. Weird, but not surprising. Yeah. He should be 100%. He should be there.
The most like popular newcomer of Marvel, I feel like.
Yeah.
He is absurdly popular. He is a really, especially in the games, really fun character. Like, Deadpool doesn't need any introduction. Yeah. He's him.
He's already had his introduction. Mainstream media like had no idea who he was for like the longest time.
Years.
Now when people see him, you kind of know what to expect. He's gonna be silly. He's gonna be crazy. He's gonna be very fast, shooting guns and
cracking jokes,
popping at the mouth and all this stuff.
Yeah,
you know, like,
going crazy.
Yeah, he's almost like a troll character for real. Like he's gonna be crazy.
He was in Marvel's, or not Marvel's. He was in Marvel's Capcom, but he's also in Black Order.
Yeah, he's in Black Order also.
And he's amazing in that game.
Yeah, really good portrayal. They consistently keep the same voice actor. I like that voice that Deadpool always has in the
Pineapple Surprise. Like
he has he delivers some of the most iconic memes from the Marvel vs. Capcom community.
Dude, honestly,
even him like jumping up and Oh, sorry, but like jumping up and pulling out like the super meter from the screen.
Yeah,
I actually remember seeing that for the very first time years ago. I was like, what's going on, man? They actually found a way to put that in from like the comics where he's like
just snatching,
jumping from page to page and all this crazy stuff. Like that's crazy.
I feel like the video game version is probably my favorite version. So he needs to appear in more video games. Deadpool's a mainstay.
Yeah,
in Marvel Capcom.
That's a no-brainer. Especially we already have Wolverine in there as well, so they bounce off each other very well. Red and yellow. Yeah, red and yellow. So moving on from there, a series that is kind of very underrepresented, but I also I want to represent this series more from Capcom, but I don't know how else I would. So we're just gonna go with one character from there. All right. Monster Hunter.
Nice.
I've heard that people, someone had a really cool idea. They said that you should have like different monster hunters for different color palettes, similar to like Villager from Smash.
The outfits.
Yeah, different costumes should be, or different colors should be just like entirely different characters.
That'd be
Because
cool.
in Monster Hunter, if you play Monster Hunter, it's like you basically select from different heroes. Yeah. The one that we got is honestly one of my favorite characters in Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, and surprisingly very overdue to be added into the series. Yeah. So there's no way at the peak, possibly, I guess. Yeah, now it's definitely the peak of Monster Hunter's like popularity. It's had a movie. It's had Monster Hunter World. Rise.
They're making a new game.
Yeah, they're making a new game now. So it's like a lot of stuff going for Monster Hunter right now. 100%. Yeah. If I could find a way, if you guys could find a way to add a character to that, then honestly, I think they deserve like 3 character spots. Yeah. Maybe like a Palamute or a Palico from the game or something like that.
As a playable character.
As a playable character. Have actual just, it's up a Monster
That's basically it.
Have an actual like, Rathalos sized dragon or something come in as a playable character. I have no idea.
He's too big like Ridley.
Yeah, I was about to say, you can't tell me that Rathalos can't be shrunken down. They did the same thing in the Smash Bros. Community with Ridley. After years of saying they wouldn't. So
I guess if Hulk could be shrunken down, then Rathalos could be shrunken down. We need to make that happen, guys.
Be creative.
Be creative. Have fun.
A little cat with samurai swords cooking up a meal. That could be a super for the cat goes through and like starts stir frying you or something.
It's like imagine.
That'd be really cool.
The cats are characters as well.
Yeah, the cats have personalities.
And they have weapons, so they could be playable.
Yeah, they fight.
They fight.
You fight as them. You fight as like couple different monster hunters with different weapons. I like the idea that the monster hunters use different like weapons during their attacks. Very well made character. Definitely needs to come back. Represents the series very well, and I want more. I really do want more characters from there. But we got one. I guess they're technically avatars. I don't know what else to do with that, so we can move on to Marvel now.
I took a sneak peek.
Grinning from ear to ear already. I don't know what's coming up.
Dr. Von Doom.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Guys.
RDJ on the second time on this list.
Yes. Bro, so he has to be on this list. There's no, like, you know who Dr. Doom is. I don't have to, like, convince you that he should be there. You know he should be there. Dr. Doom's awesome.
He's him.
He's him. There's a lot of characters that are him, but Dr. Doom is awesome. He has a cool, like, costume abilities. He's very imposing. He speaks in third person because he is Doom and Doom's no best. And, like, he's perfect as a villain in Marvel's Capcom.
Yeah, I'm gonna kind of I'm kind of gonna go away from what I said. Not go away from. But I'm gonna contradict myself from the video that we have come out tomorrow with our top newcomers. I say that there's a character from the Capcom side who's like could be like the ultimate villain of the entire game.
You do.
And I'm like, yeah, this guy is actually like really strong and like very like a bad guy who's like capable of doing a bunch of bad stuff. And in the history of this series, he's you know he's gained a lot of power. Marvel's version of that I say would be probably Doctor Doom. Yeah. So like depending on who would be better, either the character from tomorrow's list or this list. Doctor Doom could also be one of those villains. And if those two characters team up, then it's going to be bad. Especially with the elements that Doctor Doom has mixed with the elements that the other character has. It's like you're going to get showered with so many different attacks, and you're gonna have like experience
all seasons.
You're gonna experience all the seasons. And
out of this world.
One battle, you're gonna walk away like in pieces. Like these guys are bad guys.
Oh yeah.
So
dude.
definitely definitely Doctor Doom, 100%.
Yeah.
He's gonna be the face of the MCU also again.
Literally.
He's coming back with Robert Downey Jr.
It would be.
He's really fun to play in all the games. Like
yeah.
little attack where he does. I don't know how else to do it, but he like it's like little.
Oh yeah!
Like,
I thought you were gonna say the one where like he jumps up, he's like he kind of like just like points his fingers down.
Yeah.
But yeah, the
I like he
plasma
crosses
beam.
his arms.
Plasma beam.
Like, it looks so cool. He's inherently cool.
Yeah.
You know, the mask and everything. He's a good missing character. Honestly, put him in before Thanos. I think that Thanos kind of got the boot on this list, but only because there's a couple of other villains who are haven't been seen as much. We wanted to kind of go away from the characters we keep on seeing because you know, it wouldn't be surprising for people to say like, oh yeah, I'm getting a little tired of seeing Thanos. I'm getting a little tired, you know, in Black Order he was a villain, in MCU he's been a villain and all this other stuff. They kind of reference him a lot in the MCU still. The age of doom is upon us. The age of doom. Going on from Dr. Doom.
Let's see what you got.
One of my new favorite characters. Also, second character who's on my team from Marvel vs. Capcom.
I just realized we put our teams up there.
Oh yeah, of course. I had to put my
team.
team. So so Mega Man's my team on Marvel vs. Capcom 2 now. I'm holding off on putting Chun-Li on there because I play her in every single game. So I was like, I want to take a break from Chun-Li, but I was like, there's so many new characters I want to play. Chun-Li is still the same character. So I'm going through, I'm building my new team. The newest member of my team is Tron. I never liked playing Tron. I always kind of thought that she was like, you know, very bizarre. I never really understood her and like why people liked the character, and she always felt like not that important. But something about seeing like the sprite work in Marvel vs. Capcom 2 recently, and like I was like, oh, she actually looks pretty cool. I know the art style kind of does her some more justice, so it made me draw more towards Tron as a character. So I was like, okay, let me try playing her. Oh wow, you're fun.
Nice.
Oh wow, you have like you shoot it, you like point a gun and a whole bunch of these little Lego figure looking dudes come out and just start popping you. It's like okay, I've been having a lot of fun, and she's a little more tricky of a character too. So I'm like, okay, honestly, when I go back in another season and go back and start playing Marvel vs. Capcom 3 more after getting better at 2, and when I go back to play 3, I might actually try seeing how Tron plays in that game a little bit more.
Yeah, it's interesting because I never, I always seen her in Marvel vs. Capcom 3, and I never really played her because she kind of, the art style works for a lot of characters, but there's like two, like Beautiful Joe and Tron, where it doesn't look good with them.
Yeah,
it's kind of like
I wouldn't say like it doesn't look good. It's just it didn't look as good. I mean, I was like, I didn't feel like drawn to play the character. I was like, oh, okay, you're on the roster. There's a ton of characters here, but something about the 8-bit design just really popped. So I'm like, I'll give you another chance in the next Marvel vs. Capcom. I'll play you.
I feel like she animates a lot better.
Yeah, she animates really cool at that game. Like the suit like exploding, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, really her eyes getting like dizzy, like such a good one.
Yeah, cool design. Yeah. So she needs to be there. If not, then I can't even do my team. So it's mandatory. Make it happen. I'm gonna
switch up real fast.
Nova.
The man called
Nova. That's mine. That's my pick. That's a character I put on the Marvel side. Yeah, one of my favorite Marvel character who's underrepresented. Oh yeah. Because not a lot of people really know who he is. So
until they get put into the movies.
Controversial take. I actually, since I grew up with him and everything like that, I was like, I like Captain Marvel, but I really, really like Nova. So Captain Marvel, unfortunately, last second we didn't have enough space on the list. But I was like, okay, we can only have one space character. If you want to, in your own headcanon, you could interchange those two characters between Nova and Carol Danvers. But in my version of the list, I want Nova. I really like Nova so much. He's so cocky and arrogant, and I would need him in a game with Spider-Man. I want it to be the younger version of him. So what we got in Marvel vs. Capcom so far was actually a different character. It's a Nova, but I want the Sam Alexander version.
Not Rick Ryder.
Yeah, not Rick, but Sam. Sam Alexander is to break it down in a quick way. He is a cocky kid who comes from outer space. He's a part of the Nova Corps, gets trained by the Nova that we see in the other game.
Yeah.
And since he is the last Nova and like the last, he's like one who was trained by the Survivor. Not a lot of people from the Nova Corps are still around. He grew up in a place where he has like a lot of power and stuff. He comes to Earth, and now he sees all these other superheroes. So he overcompensates with his power. So he's like, he lives in New York City where he's with Spider-Man and he's on a team with Spider-Man. So anytime that they're together, he hates Spider-Man.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, come on, you're not even that strong, man. You can't shoot stuff out of your hand. You can't
fly.
Wait, wow, it took you 45 minutes to swing here. I just flew here. Well, school's been out session already. I'm already at home. Like, I love that. And I want to see him go boom roasted to each member of the Marvel and Capcom side.
That'd be tough.
And honestly, it wouldn't be cheap if they like use the same fighting style. To be honest, I think that Nova plays well. It's more so of the
other version.
Yeah, it's more so of like shrink him down, make him a little shorter because he's like a kid. And just have him play the same and have him with like new voice lines and all that kind of stuff. Dude. But I like his playstyle already.
Yeah, have him voiced by the guy who plays Pit.
Yeah, because he played him before.
And in the cartoon and
the video game, like the Lego game that they did.
Yeah.
If you know Pit from Kid Icarus and from Super Smash Brothers,
good voice actor.
Yeah, good voice actor. He has that really like yeah, you can't do that. Like he has like there's another character in Super Smash Brothers called Dark Pit, which is a little more like on that emo, like whatever.
Yeah, kind of like
good voice actor. Good voice actor to play the cocky kid who hates Spider-Man, who is a character who everyone loves.
Which
really great choice there.
I really second that motion.
Yeah.
I guess this next is your list.
Yeah.
Capcom.
Well, I'm pulling this out. I'm just gonna say, Suman Zelander, best character. One of my favorite Marvel characters. And now I'm about to present. You presented one of mine. I'm about to present one of your favorite characters. As the ninja Shoto Ice. Strider Hiryu.
Dude.
Strider Hiryu. Yeah, guys, he's gonna be there.
Guys, Strider hasn't had a game in years. But he, first off, again, I love ninjas. Ninjas are awesome. If you have a ninja character, I'm immediately like, and I'm into it. I'm like, yes, I love ninjas. Strider is a really cool character.
He's like the
ninja.
Yeah, I was like, he's like the ninjas of ninjas. Like his design is really cool.
Ninja.
He plays really good. He has a nice fast moveset. Yeah.
Like I feel like
I'll be the first to say I've definitely been beat by him a couple times whenever you play as him, because you've been playing him for a couple of years now.
And he's so easy to play. That's the thing, is he fits the mold of a fighting game character. Honestly, I think of him as more so a fighting game character than of a platformer. He appeared in Street Fighter.
Because
he's a fighting character now.
True. I guess it's one of those things where it's also like, when else are you gonna see him? If you were a fan of Strider the character, or the ninja sub character of Colt, it's like this is the time that you get to see the character. And if he's not Marvel vs. Capcom, he's gone. He's gone. So like, he's definitely my pick, and for sure your pick, because you like him a lot more. Like I like him. I'm like you're ready to buy a costume right now.
Dude, honestly,
you're gonna cosplay.
One day you're gonna see me at Comic-Con. I just, ninjas, man, they're so cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna not gush about them because I want this to be too long, but thank you for putting it out there. Yes, that's definitely a. Oh snap! I'm sorry. I'm hype every time he's looking.
Snap!
It's Storm.
Oh, okay.
Storm of X-Men.
Yeah.
So
you can't Black Panther without Storm.
You can't have Black Panther.
Actually, they already did. So.
And that's
maybe
weird.
You can.
In the comics, they were married. Imagine having the husband-wife duo of Storm and Black Panther, bro.
Yeah, that's really cool.
That's amazing.
The dialogue.
There's one win quote in Marvel vs. Capcom 3 when Storm wins. She's like, "This is to you, T'Challa, my love." Like they mention it.
Yeah.
But we haven't had that, and kind of like they both have been in Marvel vs. Capcom now, so we can have them together, the husband-wife duo, bro.
Yeah, and then now assuming there's going to be a story mode to this game, which there probably will be, I want to say.
I would hope so.
You go through and it's like, oh, well, we need, I don't know who it would be, like, I don't know, any character. Like Ryu, it's just like, all right, we need to go, we need to find somewhere to hide. And then like Black Panther's like, I have somewhere. And then you go there, it's like the throne of it's like,
Wakanda.
the throne of Wakanda. You have like Black Panther and Storm sitting there. comic book fan service. And then for some reason, Monster Hunter would probably be there too because Monster Hunter was also in Wakanda
for some reason.
For some reason.
Okay, that was weird, but sure, why not?
The whole game was about like stuff merging together, but out of the whole game of stuff merging together, going from that to like, oh, this is literally straight out of like the comics. If you know the comics, they were married for like the comic books and stuff. A lot of comics. Yeah, so
that would definitely be a good.
You can look up. You can look up Storm Black Panther without seeing like 1,000 cosplays of like married couples just doing that. That's like
so cool.
Big part of the community who just does that. It's like a couple's cosplay even. Like that's just cool.
Dude. I can see doing that.
Yeah.
I like both of those characters.
Yeah, they're both like iconic.
Yeah, like bro. There's nothing. Yeah, that's all that would need to be said about them.
So ladies, if you wanna contact Shoto, he wants please come with the Storm costume. You're going to Comic-Con. Congratulations. Got a golden ticket.
Yes, thank you. Thank you.
So moving back into yet another villain on my list.
Oh my.
Going back towards Street Fighter villains. M. Bison.
Hey.
Couple reasons why he should be here. Mm-hmm. One, he's been technically in Marvel vs. Capcom before.
Yeah.
Two, he's cool, man.
All my team's on the screen. Sorry.
Oh, so
I saw Cable and all the characters that War Machine. All right.
Yeah. And then like
that's how let you know how much we've been playing it, guys. It literally just pops up like high record.
Yeah.
I'm proud.
Have your name up there. But yes. M. Bison should be there. He's in Street Fighter 6. I don't like him in Street Fighter 6. Don't put in the Street Fighter 6 version. He's he's inherently cool, but it's something about like moving this like he has like blue magic now, and like he looks kind of like he's not wearing the same.
His default design's ugly.
Yeah, I don't really like it.
Scar on his face.
Yeah, he changed his face. I want classic M. Bison, like red suit, white hat. Have him fight even with the K-foil, like how he does in some of the game. Have his eyes be white because like in Street Fighter 6 to kind of like have like you can still see his pupils. I want this man to have no eyes. I want him to look like Storm.
Yeah.
In HD, I want that version of him. And Street Fighter 6 did like I appreciate them trying something different with him, but I don't know. I kind of miss the classic one already. It hasn't even been that long.
Street Fighter Alpha.
I think Street Fighter Alpha is a cool version.
He has a cape.
Street Fighter. Yeah, kind of like Alpha more than Street Fighter 2.
The weird thing about Street Fighter Alpha is that he was so like bloated. He was big.
Yeah,
Street Fighter 2 is more lean.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he kind of is like that now. I'm actually sorry. I'm looking like slightly off camera. I'm looking. We have a poster of M. Bison on the wall over there, so I'm just like looking at him with like the belt and the cape and everything.
Yeah,
he should be there. The big stupid smile he always does. He could make a good sub-villain. I still think the character I have in the video for the top 10 characters that like newcomers, I think that character would be a lot more better of a villain because he's a little bit more imposing and like it's kind of gives off that evil.
Yeah, maniacal.
Yeah, and not only evil because I guess M. Bison would be the evil. The character on the other list is more like smart and convince you of stuff, and he's not Loki if that's what you're thinking of. I know it sounds like Loki, but I think M. Bison deserves to be in it. He hasn't been in Marvel vs. Capcom in a little while.
In a minute.
So I'm sorry. I know it sounds bad. Again, if you've been on the channel for a long time, my second favorite Street Fighter character is Akuma. And I had to cut him out because I wanted to add some new characters in here who I've been in for a long time. So I'm a little upset about that. But R.I.P. Akuma, still my favorite Street Fighter villain. At least to play as. But, I play Akuma more than I play Ryu.
I say you've been playing Akuma for a bit.
I've been playing Akuma. I literally learned how to play fighting games because of Akuma's existence.
Yeah.
So it hurt to like not have him in there. But I think it was one of the Street Fighter like I've been playing him for a long time. I think I started in Street Fighter 4 because that's the game I like. I played fighting games back and forth. Street Fighter 4, I learned how to play fighting games by grinding Akuma's playstyle. Yeah. I've been playing him ever since in every game. But I won't be playing him in Marvel vs. Capcom
4.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, guys.
So.
Oh, okay. So next on the list, I have Cyclops.
Oh, okay.
And again, he's a really cool character. The
dap.
The dap up.
He's here to dap up everybody.
Yes, that's this victory animation.
Yeah.
That he goes through and glides. He didn't walk over, he glides over, and then they clinch hands.
Yeah, he does that to Jonesy now in Fortnite also,
which is crazy.
Which we actually kind of like had as a background element to the video.
Yeah.
Because that video took like, oh sorry, I was like the video literally took like 2 months. I want to talk about it. You keep on being so secretive. Yeah. The video took us 2 months to edit because we wanted it to be like very stylized and jazz music and everything popping off and like a lot of stuff there. But that one took a little bit more convincing for me than it did for you. You were very like, yo, Cyclops, we gotta go. Yeah, and then I was like, okay. Like there's some other X-Men in here. I was like, oh, I really like this X-Men, but I guess Cyclops does make more sense.
Cyclops was like the face of Marvel's Capcom, like the classic like handshake with Ryu and Cyclops. Cyclops is the leader of the X-Men. That's what I was about to say.
Yeah, he actually was like leader of the X-Men, and he's been making a big like comeback in the last couple of years. Yeah, I feel like his reputation's kind of been a little shaky since like the old movies, but like now he's in like the animated TV show they have on Disney Plus now. He's in Marvel vs. Capcom. He's been making a lot more good debuts and a lot. He's almost becoming like a household name again. Actually, yeah, he's definitely a household name.
Yeah. I feel like he's the Captain America of the X-Men.
That's a good way of saying it. I like that.
So he needs to be there.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Simply put.
Simply put, he's the Captain America of the X-Men. He's him.
You think he's a who?
He's him.
Oh wait, I thought you said he's the Captain America of the
X-Men. Oh, he's the Captain America of the X-Men.
How about Captain Commando? The next character on our list.
Segue, nice.
Long walk, but we got there.
We walked it out.
So yeah, Captain Commando. I put this one on, but ironically, you played the game more than I did.
Yeah.
But the reason I have a funnier reason of putting him on. The reason I put him on is I want him to be kind of like that Captain Falcon type of being like, a kind of soldier guy with guns and stuff like that. Kind of reminds me of Captain Falcon in some ways. And I want characters who aren't seen often, you know.
Yeah,
you kind of need those in games like this. Those like Smash Bros has the Fire Emblem characters and the Earthbound characters, and like people who might not know Captain Commando, now they will. They'll see Captain Commando for the first time and then be disappointed that he doesn't have a game coming out tomorrow or something.
Yeah, I played I played a lot of beat 'em ups growing up, and I played Captain Commandos, and he's a fun character. That's like you kind of said the best. Yeah, he's a character that doesn't get a lot of screen time. It's good to bring him back.
Yeah, and just imagine what kind of stuff they could do with him now, because since he for a lot of these characters who haven't been in the game for a while, they'll have to add new stuff onto him. Yeah, because gameplay style change. So I think that he should be a character added in there. Give him maybe a move, maybe like a little bit. Commando punch. Like I would be totally fine with that as a Captain Falcon fan.
Punch.
That would be if we get Commando kick. Like I know it's not even how he sounds, guys.
Riffs on Captain Falcon.
Make him an Easter egg.
Guys.
There's so much you could do with that already.
I'm here for it.
Yeah.
I'm so here.
Capcom and Nintendo have a good enough relationship. They could make him into a parody character. But there's already a lot that he could reference from his own game as well.
We got Cable.
Yes, I wanted Cable on this list.
That was
we both. Yeah, it was. I had the idea, but we both were like 100%. That's like. I said cool. Cable should be on the list, and Jodo was like, yeah, of course.
He's so cool.
If you have like Deadpool, Wolverine, and Cable, then it's like, oh, bet this is like, and also he's related to Cyclops. Yeah. So a lot of these characters, especially X-Men characters, are connected to each other. And I want to add too many X-Men on this list, but at the same time, we haven't had X-Men in a long time.
Yeah.
It's been like years since we had X-Men characters because, again, licensing issues, characters got sold, characters are back, Cable's back. Hey. Cable is in the game.
Cable's in the game.
At least in our minds.
He's actually also on my main. He's one of my mains.
Yeah, he's on your roster.
You guys are solely seeing my mains.
Yeah.
Jill, Cable, they're a good team. Cable's really strong. He has good range. He needs to be in the game.
Yeah. He's popular. Cable,
and he's cool.
Yeah.
He's so cool. I didn't realize how cool he looked.
He has legacy.
Yeah.
He's been even in the comics, there was a time frame where there were a couple characters. Like comics went through a phase, and I feel like a couple things did, like gaming did as well. But comics had that phase where they were kind of starting to dial down the sales. Comics with Cable were actually selling. It was Cable and Dick Grayson's Nightwing for DC.
Yeah.
Those were like actually higher than some of the bigger characters like Superman as far as comic book sales, like Superman, Wonder Woman, Batman. Those were dropping in sales, and like comic books of like Deadpool and Cable and Nightwing and like I'm trying to think like who else was like really selling. Teen Titans started like taking over like around
90s.
Early 2000s, 90s. So probably because of that TV show, but like Cable 100% deserves to be here. Like, he's had a legacy. A lot of characters have story, but some characters who can like keep the entire X-Men name alive. He has a legacy.
He's enough said. He's awesome.
Yeah, 100%. That's a really cool one. This one on my side is admittedly gonna be a little bit more of a troll character. As we've made numerous reference to the Dragon Ball series, a character who shares a lot of the same mythology, Sun, inspired by the Monkey King.
Yeah.
Who Wukong just came out also. It just works. It just works.
Perfect timing.
I don't know. Sun's pretty cool. I'm seeing if I want to put her on my my team. Yeah, my main team list. She has a really cool fighting style. I love that she can run across the screen like around the top,
like Sonic. Yeah.
Like almost like Kimberly's Super in Street Fighter 6. You can like run across the screen.
The board.
I think that's really cool and just cheesy in a way, being this
almost breaks the
cartoon character. Yeah, she's like the Mask. It's like basically, Jim Carrey as a character.
She said the rules don't apply to me.
Yeah, again, she's
run across the screen.
She fights with a stick and everything, which is again like a nod weapon that you see very often. So again, that kind of introduces a whole other element there. Not much more to say about her. She's just cool, and I like her as a character now.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I know that she comes from Sun the game, which is actually based off of apparently her grandfather. So technically, Marvel vs. Capcom is the first game, but the first
that's
game.
That's so weird to me. Like the history of it. It's like, okay, we're gonna make a game. You play a Sun who's like the Monkey King.
Yeah.
And this version of the game, all of a sudden, it's his granddaughter. All right.
Roll with it.
But she plays cool, so I like it. So we could go on to Marvel.
Yeah.
She's taking a character spot. Yes.
Got you. Okay, so next up I have Venom.
Oh, no brainer.
That's so. Again, hi guys. I like Spider-Man. Spider-Man's a really cool character.
Yeah.
And one of the most iconic Spider-Man villains of all time has to be Venom, Eddie Brock. Like, again, there's not a lot I need to say other than how cool he is in Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Marvel vs. Capcom 2, he animates really well, and he plays really well. I feel like in Marvel vs. Capcom 4, they tried to capture how he moves and stuff, but we were playing Marvel vs. Capcom off cam, and I realized like when you hit him with a hard attack, the symbiote kind of like comes off of him.
Yeah, you like actually see Eddie Brock's body in the back. That is really cool.
Like they really animate him really well.
Attention to detail.
That attention to detail. Like if they bring him back, they need to do that.
Yeah.
It's so good. Like again, for Spider-Man, we need a villain, and Venom is the villain. He has movies coming out still. He's a really popular comic book character, lethal protector. Like, I feel like Venom is kind of a character that deserves the spot.
Yeah, out of a lot of characters who had like one movie appearance, he's already on like they were like back in the day they're like, okay, we're gonna put him into a movie with like Sandman and a bunch of other villains, and now they're like, okay, we're gonna give him his own movie, and now they're like, okay, he has his own movie series and a whole other universe. He's good. He's very popular. You can't walk outside without seeing Venom merch. He's animated okay, and Infinite. I'd say like Venom is an ugly character.
Yeah, it's kind of scary.
He's ugly. He's ugly. He's like Nemesis level of ugly.
Yeah.
And that game, Infinite animates very ugly. So I guess mission accomplished.
Good job, guys.
Inadvertently, they made him look menacing by having him look just like everybody else who also looked menacing and off-putting, and Dante's eyes were like floating off his face in that character render. I still didn't forgive you for that. I also didn't forgive you about how what you did for Chun-Li, Iron Man.
Everyone.
Shout out to Maximilian.
He's fixing him.
Maximilian's fixing the game for you.
Yes.
So look that up. Look at Maximilian's channel. Also, look up Goose and Goblins because we are going to Arthur. He's basically Simon Belmont, but for Capcom.
Yeah, he's small.
He's very He's basically like Lord Farquaad, but for Marvel vs. Capcom.
Mixed with Simon Belmont.
Yeah, weird crossover.
Weird cross, but
they kind of don't have a lot. Well, actually, he had a game. They remade his game just a couple years ago. I want to say, going off of memory here, probably like 2021, maybe. I remember it being like towards the lockdown. Pretty recently, he has made kind of a resurgence.
Yeah, I feel like he's kind of known.
Yeah, even like if you're on the Nintendo side of things, they actually have his games on the Switch. You know, if you buy I believe if you buy like the online, it comes as one of the free games that you get. So that introduced them to a whole new audience. And again, like he's already popular in the Marvel vs. Capcom community. People like me,
we all know.
We all know who he is.
You know,
he's one of the more popular. You know, like
classic.
If he's not there, there will be riots. On the other hand, Firebrand unfortunately did not make the list because again, we're running this around like 40-ish characters.
Plus 10 new characters that you'll see tomorrow.
Yeah, so overall, this character roster is gonna have like 50 characters.
It's pretty solid.
10 newcomers, and a lot of like returning characters in this video. And one of those returning characters is not Firebrand, unfortunately, but Arthur. You guys like Arthur?
Yeah,
he's cool.
Oh, and this is the last member of my 3-part team. War Machine.
Yeah.
Guys, bear with me. I already put Iron Man up here. There they are. I already put Iron Man up there on my list, on this list. But I feel like it's time for War Machine to come back. I'm not gonna lie. I really like War Machine's design in Marvel vs. Capcom 2, and I guess in the comics. In the movies, he looks like a knockoff Iron Man, but like if you look at his design in Marvel vs. Capcom 2 and in the older comic books, his helmet looks more like blocky and robotic, and his gun is like a lot more like, you know, a giant shoulder cannon. And they started to do that in the movies, but when they first revealed War Machine, he just felt like a Iron Man with a slightly different design. So the more they make him look more like comics, the more I like the character.
Yeah, and I always saw him as like a Iron Man sidekick, but he's Marvel vs. Capcom 1. They actually put him in over Iron Man. So that honestly helps his cases out a lot more than I think people give it credit for. I guess you'd somewhat be an Echo Fighter for the game, but at the same time, Echo Fighters do happen because when you have a character roster of 40 characters here, another 50 characters tomorrow who are completely new, there's going to be at least one Echo Fighter, and he is still different. Yeah,
and he has like a couple of like different, in Marvel vs. Capcom, he could fly.
Yeah, which
Iron Man can't fly. Yeah, and I'm not even sure if Iron Man can fly in Marvel vs. Capcom 3, but he could fly.
Yeah.
So add that back, you know, like make him different. There go my team again.
Also, if they want to, then they could like change his moves around if they need to. But honestly, he already plays very differently, and seeing him in HD would also make him look and feel a lot more like a different character.
Yeah, and voice acting.
Yeah, different. Yeah, things like voice acting, things like, you know, the graphics on the game being like probably like very hyper realistic, or whatever style they go, maybe anime or comic, maybe not anime, but like very different art style. And you could do a lot more with them looking and playing different with new moves.
Yeah,
I do like that.
I that's one of my most wanted. I'm not gonna lie, guys. If they when they make another Marvel vs. Capcom game, they should put War Machine back in. I'm enjoying him in the game.
I'm glad you said that because a lot of people might overlook him as a character.
Yeah,
like,
which is
he's like Iron Man. He is like Iron Man, but he's also different.
He's a war machine.
Yeah, or Iron Patriot, because that's the color he is.
And that would also be like cool color palette that needs to be there.
Yeah, same guy but just different costume, or he paints a costume with like the American flag. Yeah. Very patriotic characters with him and Captain America.
Yeah,
but from there, I want to go back to the Capcom side, where I'm going to introduce one of the most fan beloved characters, maybe even more so than the main character, who was already on this list. Same series, we're going back to DMC. Virgil. Virgil has to be here. You guys know it. You guys are waiting for it. Yeah. They're gonna make you wait for DLC because they know that he's gonna sell like hotcakes.
Yeah. He is a storm that is approaching.
He is a storm that is approaching. He is Virgil, dude. The rival kind of to Dante. Yeah. He has to be there.
Yeah, I feel like it's good to have characters that know each other's, and Virgil and Dante are brothers, so it kind of it fits.
As two brothers here on podcast, we had to put two brothers in here.
Yeah, we can't miss opportunity.
Yeah, so like not much more about him. He's Dante, except I could actually play him because I understand his moves, and he doesn't have like 1,000 different confusing things and elements. Yeah, he just has fast attacks, structured. And he's very hard to play still. I'm not gonna lie.
But he's cool.
But I'll play him because he
foolishness,
looks cool.
Dante. Foolishness.
Yeah,
I love that.
The little.
Yeah.
He's. I don't know. So, for some reason, I don't know why. I don't know if anyone else experiences this, but when I remember Marvel vs. Capcom 3, I think of Virgil for some reason. I think it's that little super that he does where it's like the sound like him humming or whatever. Like that weird sound that makes. I always think of that like when I think of the game.
Yeah, he doesn't really he sticks out of the crowd.
Yeah, so that's my character.
Okay, so I think I have your character that you picked from Marvel, Rogue.
Ooh. Yes, Rogue. That is definitely a character I want to see return. Rogue from X-Men. Again, they have a lot of X-Men to choose from, so we can't have. It came down to Rogue or Gambit, and I said she's my favorite. One of my favorite X-Men. I don't know about my overall favorite. Probably my overall favorite, to be honest, because I like her power, being able to like take different people's abilities. So in Marvel vs. Capcom, she usually has like about the power to like fly and like has super strength and like speed and all. Like
after
stuff.
She got the power of Miss Marvel and just kept it.
Yeah, she siphoned power from like a bunch of their characters, and then she found the Magna Opus. She was like, she got some of Captain Marvel power, and now if you guys are upset that Captain Marvel's not in this list.
There you go.
So
she kind of is.
She has some of her powers.
There you go.
Also, character who I play in Super Smash Bros. Is Kirby. Rogue is kind of like that, and I said that before. Or like, I mean, I've always been a fan of Rogue. I've always been a huge Rogue fan, except for the movies. But I was like a huge fan of Rogue, and I like the power of taking someone else's power and just be like, they'll bump you.
Yeah, I'm better you. Do they have that? They have fan art of like Rogue and Kirby? That needs to exist.
I've seen it. Yeah,
that's awesome.
I looked it up. I was used to it in a video when we were talking about X-Men characters. But yeah, Rogue definitely should be there. 50 characters on a roster, and they'd have to get a little creative for like her ability and how they animate her doing different things like a Hadouken in HD. Yeah, but that's something I really do want to see.
It reminded me of I'll say this and go into my next character, but it reminded me of when the Sakurai was talking about the making of Kirby and Smash Bros. Ultimate, because since there's so many characters in Smash Bros. Ultimate, they have to constantly update how they do the characters' attacks and how Kirby voice lines and. Yeah, like this is the most complicated
DLC,
character. And
DLC characters, and they're like, okay, we got to reanimate Rogue to do like another move because she can steal everyone's power. So I remember Sakurai, developer and leader of the Smash Bros. Team. He was like, Kirby was actually the hardest character to develop. He looks very simple, but he's actually the hardest character because you have to keep on going back and adding more stuff on. Yeah. But I would definitely want Rogue to be there. She's probably my favorite X-Men.
She's really cool.
Yeah. Well, actually, there's one other, but maybe we'll talk about it later.
Yeah.
So going on from there, another character that you like and a fan favorite character that everyone likes, Zero from Mega Man.
Yeah.
Ha! You thought you were only going to see one Mega Man character appear? No. You got Zero.
Dude, I had to fight for this one. Zero is the Mega Man character. That's my favorite Mega Man character. Yeah. He's literally cool.
He is cool.
I know it sounds like silly, but he's literally like the coolest character, man.
He's the closest you could get to a ninja in the Mega Man series.
Yeah, like maybe that's what it is, because he almost feels like a ninja. His personality and persona, he just kind of feels like a ninja, but he's not. He's a Mega Man hunter, and I feel like he is as a very unique character. Like he does have a blaster, but he doesn't really use it. Like he's a very different Mega Man character.
Oh yeah.
He does.
He shoots like beams out of his sword and everything like that. Dude, so that's really cool. He could do.
There's either Mega Man X2 or 3. They give the option to either play as X or Zero, and I always play as Zero. I'm like, oh, what are we doing? What was this? Okay, Zero, come here. Like X is boring to me, and I know I made some people mad. I'm sorry. X is
borderline me. I was gonna. You mentioned this earlier. I was like, you said. You had to fight you for this one. I was like, I wanted to put in X. So it's two Mega Man, but like, Yeah, I think this one does represent this overall series a little bit more because again, like it would be 2 Mega Man and similar to like Fire Emblem characters in Super Smash Bros. It's better to represent multiple different characters.
Eras and because they're from a whole nother like decade.
Yeah.
So like Mega Man, boom, Zero, also in there. No, like no fuss, no muss. It has to be.
Yeah, I think hands down that is
hands down, guys. Okay, and next up we have a newcomer that they should probably redo a little bit more, but Black Widow. Widow. I like Black Widow in the game. I'm not sure if I like her animation. I'm not sure if I like her voice acting or her design. But not that I like, but her gameplay is fun. And Black Widow as a character is interesting.
Yeah. Again, legacy
Character. And she was really big in MCU. Like, I feel like Black Widow deserves a spot in like Avengers. As you can tell, Thor's not on this list.
Yeah.
Thor's not on this list, and we had to decide which Avenger should take like another like that spot, and Black Widow should be there.
That was actually the one who got cut. Thor was the one who got cut in part because she wasn't up there, he was, and we both were like, she means a little bit more to a lot of people.
Yeah.
Thor's a little bit more grounded in a way, and even though he is like becoming one of my favorite characters, especially Thor Ragnarok, he's becoming one of my favorites in Marvel vs. Capcom, particularly. He's not. I don't feel the same way about him that I do for just about any other Marvel character. But Black Widow, I want to see more of her. I want to see her done in a better product. Because again, like Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite wasn't like the best it could have been. So it's not fair to just cut her out because that game.
I feel like she needs a second chance almost. So I'm definitely putting her on for that reason.
Cooler graphics, animation.
Better
voice
acting because there's a lot that would change about it. Very just like bored. And I get that's kind of a character, but no. So let's get her back, guys. Let's get her back. We got this. She'll be back.
Objection. I'm sorry. Next character on our list up here. I was like, I'm not gonna cut you off, but I'm gonna wait till you finish so I can pretend to cut you off.
Nice.
Phoenix Wright. He's been making a name for himself out here. He's been. Like the series is kind of like growing a lot. So like Nintendo's been putting on like things like the Switch recently. He should be there. Of course, if you're gonna have Deadpool there, you need the troll characters. They're fun.
They're silly.
Phoenix Wright is like the most troll character. Have Maya out there too.
She comes out and like I don't know why she attacked because she's his assistant, but she could fight.
Well, I think she's attacking. I think she's like falling whenever when she's out. Yeah, she's like carrying like books and she's like all I picture is like she's just tripping over her own feet because she's clumsy. And he's silly. And that game is silly. They could add that clown from the memes from a couple years ago too. I don't even know. Just have like guest character. I want a stage where you see a bunch of the character roster.
There are a lot of interesting characters.
There are a lot of interesting characters with like silly designs and silly animations.
Dude.
There's so much they could do with them, and there's so much that they already did with them. Where honestly, if they copy and paste him from Marvel vs. Capcom 3 and put him into a new game, I'm sold. And I'm surprised he wasn't in the last one.
They cut a lot of Capcom.
Yeah.
And I feel like the thing is that Capcom characters, a lot of them, they're not doing anything right now. There's no Firebrand game. Like there's no, or there are like they're titles that have been going for a while and that get re-released. Phoenix Wright is getting releases and new games.
Yeah.
So he's on and he's hot.
Yeah.
Like
even if he's not in the Ace Attorney game that, like say they make a new Ace Attorney game, it still brings attention to the game series. And now you mentioned maybe they could add like, I don't know how this would necessarily work, and I'm just gonna say it. And if they do it, then I can at least say that I was right about it.
Yeah.
But if they wanted to throw in like another protagonist from Ace Attorney on top of him,
like a color palette.
Similar to like again like how we were talking about for Monster Hunter. They can do the same thing there.
Oh, honestly, they're attorneys.
Yeah, it's like
maybe
there's not anything about like an Ace Attorney. You can just do that. I will not object to that. I'm sorry, guys. All right, let's go on.
All right,
it's something about Phoenix Wright. He brings it out of me. It just makes me tell cheesy jokes.
Someone who does not tell a lot of cheesy jokes is the next character, Gamora.
Oh yeah,
Gamora. I feel like she's the best Guardian of the Galaxy character we have, because I really don't like Rocket.
Yeah.
In either version. I like the chipmunk looking version in the new game. And in Marvel Capcom 3, he looked like a legit like raccoon. Like either way, he looks weird. I didn't like his voice. I didn't like his playstyle. I know that you guys like that. Some of you guys like that. But I'd rather much have like Gamora. Yeah. She feels like a Fire Emblem character.
She's cool.
She's cool too.
Rocket hasn't been cool. He's cool in the movie, but again, he's not cool in Marvel vs. Capcom to me. He's always felt kind of like, I don't like playing you. I've tried playing him. Yeah. The little small characters, the small hitboxes. I'd rather have a cool sword woman who like could throw down and like has this cool dialogue. Yeah, tied to Thanos and stuff. So she's like, again, kind of have that strong sense of justice without having like, you know, a big loud personality like Peter Quill does, or sorry, like Star-Lord does. I mean,
use his real name, right? Chill.
Yeah. So Gamora is a good choice. I like that. I like that you put her on there.
Yeah, I feel like she was done in Marvel Infinite. Game shaky. Bring her back. Give her a revamp. You know, let's try her again.
To be honest, I'd even argue that she was one of the cooler characters in there. Like, granted, a lot of misfits.
I really like her outfit too, being the nostalgic outfit from the comics.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's such a good outfit.
That's cool.
I love it.
Like, they missed on some of her stuff, but overall, wait. Okay, let me finish one thought before I say another. Overall, a good choice and a cool sword fighter. Yes. Also, is it a coincidence that Shoto Ice has presented like all the green characters? And I haven't even got an orange character. I know I picked the color orange to be the spacer color.
Yeah.
Like, you know, but
that's your favorite color.
Yeah, that's my favorite color. I was like, oh yeah, Shoto got the green, Spacer's gonna have the orange. Yeah. There's no orange characters except for like Goku, bro. And he's not even in this game.
Naruto, who is also not in this game.
Naruto. A lot of characters from Japan, they use orange more.
Oh yeah.
But you got another green character.
There you go.
You got the green girl. But not the only one. I'm sorry, She-Hulk. We wanted you to make the list, but also, we ran out of space. It came down to She-Hulk, Gamora, and Thor, and we were like, Gamora is tied to Thanos.
Yeah, and she's a Guardian of the Galaxy member.
Yes, we were like, okay, we can't. We need Marvel. One.
Yeah,
we need one.
Yeah, like at least one.
We went into the same thing with the video we have tomorrow. It's like I wanted to put Star-Lord in the video, but
for the sake of space,
Star-Lord or Gamora, who represents the series better? Probably Star-Lord, but also Gamora's cool. I like my sword characters. So okay, if you guys haven't told by now in the video, this is basically based on our personal preferences.
Yeah, this is our dream roster.
Yeah, speaking of that, that was not even a transition. Last character
from Capcom.
From Capcom, not last character overall. The final representative. Let me restart that. The final representative of the Capcom side of the next Marvel vs. Capcom game of our dream roster will be Ruby Hart.
Yeah.
Original character from Marvel vs. Capcom. So she kind of works. Plus, would fit really well in a story mode that's voiced and that is like a big grandiose thing. Basically, to run down her story real fast, she is a made-up character that Capcom made to kind of merge the world of Marvel and Capcom.
Yeah.
Why they did it with a pirate girl with, you know, treasure chest full of ghosts, I have no idea. But she picked up on some.
When you think of merging Marvel and Capcom,
not really. Marvel or Capcom don't have like any noteworthy pirates for the most part, unless you want to count again Peter Quill. But it's like space cowboy kind of or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, they made Ruby Hart to be a character to kind of like, I guess she sensed the energy of like other worlds merging together, and she was somehow able to like sense that was going to happen, and lo and behold, it does end up happening. She plays interesting, and I would want to see her back.
Yeah, I feel like she has. I'm pretty sure she only had one game appearance. I think she's the only character in this besides Sun that has only one game appearance. So we need to get those numbers up. I feel like she has a really cool design.
Yeah, she's really cool design. You know? She's referenced in other games too. Like if you look at it. Yeah, they have like a couple of other costumes. I think it's like in Street Fighter 6.
Oh yeah.
Not Street Fighter 6, sorry, Street Fighter 5. She had a costume that was like inspired by her.
No, that was her costume. They gave it to Rose. Yeah.
Yeah, so
I remember that.
Yeah, she's actually the main character in Marvel vs. Capcom 2. So she deserves to be in there. And that's the last character.
I always like the idea of having a made up character. Kind of like if they were to do like that in Smash Bros. have a Smash Bros character who's made up like Smash Man, he has Smash logo on his chest.
Yeah.
He's like
Smash Heart.
Smash Heart. Like they've Ruby's Heart brother in the Smash Bros universe.
Imagine they tie the lore together.
That would be a fan theory. Will go on.
I need a comic book made
right now. Yeah, but I kind of like the idea of having like characters crossing over, or a character in a crossover game. That's cool.
Yeah,
and I feel like she should come back because that would also be cool.
Yeah, tie her into the nostalgia aspect.
Yeah,
Marvel's Capcom 2's back. People will know Ruby Heart now.
Mm-hmm.
Boom, there you go.
There you go. It's that simple. So, guys, we need this to happen. Ruby Heart. Ruby Heart. Let's go.
Ruby Heart.
All right. I am down to the last character.
The last overall, yeah.
The last overall of this video. And this one is Magneto.
Yeah.
So, let me first say the reason why that like I feel like he needs to be here because they did Magneto dirty in Marvel's Capcom Infinite. The director said he called out Magneto in particular, saying no one would miss Magneto if he's not in this game.
Insanity.
And as a guy who likes X-Men, and I mean you're a really big Magneto guy.
Yeah, I'm about to say for the last like almost year on the channel, there's been a Magneto helmet in the background of like all the videos.
Yeah.
Back there with the Mario wearing the Wolverine costume. So I was like, I wanted Magneto to win for a long time. Yeah. And I want to say this earlier into the video, but he's also like, I'm trading him right now on my team. And I played him in like all the games that he's been in. So Magneto's definitely one of my favorite characters. Again, like he's kind of a head villain, kind of, if you see him that way. He's like good, bad. I like the anti-hero thing he has going on.
Yeah.
You know, he cares a lot about mutants, and you know, again, you have other characters like RE characters who talk a lot about different kinds of mutants.
Yeah.
Maybe not, you know, kids with powers, but it's like, you know, mutated things. But Magneto definitely has cool playstyle. He has as much clout as someone could ask for. He's up there with like a lot of the other big hitting Marvel characters.
And also on tomorrow's video, there's a Magneto adjacent character.
Yeah.
Who is adjacent to Magneto. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
Check it out.
Would bounce very well off with some dialogue.
Yeah.
If you know, especially if you know the comic books and you know stuff about Magneto and his origin.
Yeah.
And the character he's related to, then he would relate very well to like one of the characters.
Yeah. Tune in, y'all.
Who is on that list that you actually pick on your list. Basically, how that video is going to work tomorrow. Also, make sure to check it out. Again, one more time, I'll say it's the top 10 characters that we want to be, you know, completely newcomers to the series.
Yeah.
We both pick characters. So the ones that we're presenting are the ones that we personally chose. So I'll be presenting some Marvel and some Capcom that I chose, and
I'll be presenting some Marvel and some Capcom that I chose.
Yeah. So
yeah.
Like my second character, or like the second to last character on the video, is actually my number one. The final character, you'll close out the video with your number one.
Yeah.
So it's in like almost chronological order, at least for those last two.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be a ball. Make sure you check that video out. Again, it's like super flashy. We actually were able to team up with another YouTube channel, 8-Bit Big Band. Go check out their video because they were really good. By letting us be able to use their version of Take You for a Ride in that. So make sure if you want to kind of dance and watch a cool video, then make sure you guys check that out tomorrow. And thank you guys for joining us for this episode.
Yes.
Where we built the roster, our dream roster.
Also, thank you guys for sticking around this whole time. If you guys stuck around the whole time, text Beam Squad.
Beam Squad. You are all official members.
If you guys are hearing this, you have been Beam Squadded. Boom, I don't know what I'm doing. You've been knighted. Thank you guys so much. It means so much to us to watch our videos all the way through. It's really encouraging, and it helps us get through the algorithm more. It
really does mean a lot. It means a lot that a lot of people, wish that, you know, they had an audience that like would watch all the way through their videos, and the fact that you guys did it shows that we can do it. Yeah, we're gonna keep on making more vs. Capcom videos. We're gonna keep on making Marvel videos and gameplay videos and all this stuff. So it's been a long time coming making this big video we have coming out tomorrow. 2 months. Two months, guys. But it's been a ball all along, and I really I really hope that you guys do enjoy the video. That's gonna do it for our episode today here, guys. Until next time, y'all. Peace out.
Bye.